Why Dwight Tries to Make Friends with the AG in Tulsa King, Season 3 Episode 7. Bigfoot, Mike Cash Flow Walden, is taking Dwight to his next destination, but he questions why Tyson, J. Will, isn't transporting him more frequently. Tyson wants to be an earner, according to Dwight, which makes sense considering that Tyson has been assigned the responsibility of atoning for his recent transgressions. When they get at their destination, a government building, Dwight enters by himself. Attorney General Sackrider, played by Tim Guinee, tells Dwight at the start of their meeting that it's okay to give up when all the odds are stacked against you. "I'd like you to listen to me, very carefully," Dwight says. "You're in power because of that crazy bastard," he remarks, referring to Jeremiah Dunmire. "That crazy bastard's in power because of who resides in the governor's mansion, but that won't be for long." Dwight gives the AG a path in exchange for helping the Alcoholic Beverage Law Enforcement Commission reinstate the distillery's liquor license. "And if you do that," Dwight continues, "I'll be in debt to you, and that's a nice thing to have. I'm capable of doing things that others simply can't or won't." The AG bends over. "You have no idea who this man is," he replies. Dwight states, "I know exactly who he is," and then he mentions the AG's Lawman of the Year award. Cut to Spencer, Scarlett Rose Stallone, and a dejected Cole getting into the truck. "He refuses to communicate with me, my old man." She responds, "You're lucky I'm talking to you after what you did at the distillery." He is aware. "Even though I know it's wrong, I do things for him. I did something else that didn't work out." He is reluctant to respond when she asks. "I just really like you," he continues, "and when I'm with you, I feel like everything's gonna be okay, and I don't want to *CK that up." Mitch realizes Jeremiah and a swarm of his thugs have pulled up to the casino. Bigfoot and Dwight head out to confront them. "You pay a visit to my attorney general, you think he's not gonna call me?" Jeremiah asks, "You pay a visit to my attorney general, you think he's not gonna call me?" Dwight responds that he anticipated the call, to which Jeremiah wonders if he's trying to bait him. Assuming they are not aware with it, he says, "You know there's an ancient book called The Art of War. It's a military thesis that was written in the 5th or 6th century BC. It's all about your enemy, learning about them, their strengths, their weaknesses," he says. "However, it also instructs you to construct a golden bridge for your *King enemies, in order for them to flee and maintain their dignity. He should make use of the bridge he made for Dunmire." With confidence, Jeremiah responds, "Dwight can't distribute the 50 because he controls the law. And the governor," says Dwight, "for the time being. The thing about people." Dwight gambles on the Attorney General in Tulsa King, Season 3. Later that evening, Dwight and Bigfoot show up at Carl Thresher's, Neil McDonough, campaign office. Thresher appears content with his chances of winning office and notes that the opposition is getting agitated. Dwight, who just visited the AG, said, "He wasn't buying my deal." He is reprimanded by Thresher for not understanding the political culture of Tulsa. They just like working with their own, but Thresher makes it apparent that he does not wish to deal with the AG. "I got a real shot at this thing, so why would I risk it all to curry favor with some AG on your behalf?" Margaret clarifies that he might benefit from developing ties, if you can move the AG away from the governor, which I think you can. Perhaps even convince him to support you. That kind of action could make you stand out. They agree to meet at Dwight's casino. Tyson and Goody put on 2 badges that Goody had earned as they waited for Spencer to exit the fraternity. When she gets back, she makes a note of the people and things she observed in their home. The fraternity members don't oppose Goody and Tyson when they arrive with their weapons drawn. Everyone is made to kneel, raise their hands, and zip-tie their wrists together. Ben, one of the fraternity members, recognizes Tyson from Criminology 101. Tyson and Goody retrieve large amounts of cash and bags of cocaine from the roof. And the two swiftly bounce after grabbing the luggage. Back at the car, Tyson and Spencer decide to sell the narcotics while Goody wants to keep half the money. The AG greets Thresher warmly upon returning to the Bread, $2 Casino and Cabaret, despite his curiosity about the venue. The former states that, "Our campaign is hitting its stride, and I think a lot of that is because I've been rubbing shoulders with real Oklahomans." After seeing Thresher's martini, the AG changes his order to an Arnold Palmer. Security camera footage of Thresher and the AG is shown, with Dwight, Margaret, Bigfoot, Mitch, Garrett Hedlund, and Grace, McKenna Quigley Harrington, all observing closely. Dwight sends Grace in, and she comes in with free poker chips as Thresher is mingling with the AG. Thresher murmurs to himself, "You son of a bitch," as he surveys his surroundings, sensing a bigger scheme at work. "Why not just spend the house's money, call it a day?" the AG asks, suggesting that they wrap up their business. "Hook, line, and sinker," is what Dwight tells the crew as the AG makes its way to the casino. While Thresher suggests he would want a reliable lieutenant governor, the AG is winning big at the casino. In an attempt to change his luck, Dwight tosses Grace 2 fresh dice, alluding to the curiously fortunate AG, who immediately begins to lose frequently. Higher wagers result in greater losses. He receives a pre-approved line of credit up to $100,000 from Grace, which the AG eagerly